KUAM News, brought to you by GTA. We start with you, Subway and Chili's Grill and Bar.
Thank you, Senator.
Early in the session saw Budget Director Lester Carlson cozying up to senators, praising them for legislation that provides some fiscal flexibility heading into FY 2022.
I'm going to say thank you again for starting fiscal year 22 with $30 million less of debt obligations to pay. That plus we got the $11 million extra in Section 30. I think that you have the foundation to build upon the budget with the work that you've done before.
But Office of Finance and Budget Director Steve Guerrero counters that special funds are short by about $20 million, and the federal assistance that has kept the economy afloat will not be there next year.
So the trend that you're looking at for the last couple of months is a trend that's, I believe, is going to take a beating starting next fiscal year. And for today, it looks good. I mean, I won't say no to what they're saying, but for me, this trend is not going to continue on next year.
It's an important early consideration for senators, as will be the adopted revenues. OFB and the administration agree on every category except for business privilege tax, where they're about $42 million apart.
I think what we have before us is more of a question to the body as to whether or not you feel 238 or you feel 280.
Also getting a lot of attention is the $50 to $60 million earned income tax windfall. Most has already been earmarked to help pay for a new hospital and prison, but during questioning by Minority Leader Chris Duenas, Carlson cautioned that they don't know yet when and how that money will be received.
If, in fact, it's a reimbursable, we pay for it. We put in for the reimbursement, and that, I think once we get a reimbursement, it's something that can be appropriated. Okay. But if it's in a trust fund, we can't use it.
It's important because we have to debate this. We've obviously have differences in terms of what we're going to adopt as revenues. Mm-hmm. But we also have differences in terms of what's been placed in here and available for appropriation. So that is absolutely going to be clear too, because even the administration, as far as I'm concerned, under a reimbursement scenario, doesn't have authority to use the funds. It would have to be appropriated.
Meanwhile, Speaker Therese Terlahi wants to ensure that the EITC, like the $30 million in child tax credits, are set aside for their intended purpose, the timely payment to qualified applicants.
That if we don't know right now the process that the EITC is coming in, if we should be spending it in advance or allocating it for budget purposes if we're not sure yet.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.